you seek to restore your memories, Master, methinks a trip to Melve might be just the thing. I know the way. Follow me.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change.
Behold the state of the village. 'Tis a sorry sight indeed. The dragon truly is calamity incarnate. Mayhap a walk through the streets would help jog your memory. When the Arisen appears, so too does the dragon. 'Tis an immutable truth of this world.
I suppose 'tis so.
Pitiable Arisen.
A new destination calls to you, I take it.
I've a selection of wares that's sure to please. Pleasure doing business with you.
I'm about ready for a break.
Shackled by a foul curse and robbed of all men.
Looking for work? We've got plenty going here. Time to be heading home.
I wish to astound, not
Life's been pretty kind.
Hast thou forgotten thy destiny, thy charge? That is most unfortunate. But it doth not release thee from thy fate.
Can you hear me, sir? Sir, stay with me. Thank goodness. How are you feeling? This is the second time I've watched over you like this, isn't it? You do not remember? Then have you forgotten that you protected me from the dragon's flames? You withstood the fire in my stead and were well and truly charred. 'Twas terrible. I had thought your life forfeit. I could not hear the beating of your heart. But you hung on and by some miracle survived. I'm sorry to hear that, though I cannot say I am surprised. Your burns could easily have killed you outright. A great many were bathed in the dragon's flames that day. All perished, save you. You must be special, indeed. How else could you have survived to return here?
Like abilities came to this village, horn in tow. Know you aught of this?
Has he come for you? We are to part so soon, then. Mayhap you will visit me again someday. Till then, take care. Arisen.
Ah, excellent. You must be the one. You match my soldier's description. I'm glad I found you. The ruler of Vermund, currently convalescing in the capital, became arisen here in this very village. If you claim the same, then word must be borne to the capital. I dispatched a missive before coming here, though I doubt the matter can be settled without your presence. Would you be willing to accompany me to the capital? If you truly are arisen, you will be received with open arms. Oh, but forgive me. I scattered my soldiers in a bid to find you. I would not depart without them. We shall have to wait till they are reassembled. Come to think of it, Sir Leonard was asking after you as well. Mayhap now would be a good time to speak with him. Last I saw, he was having a drink at the inn.
Who might have the answers we need? Shall we ask around?
Say, do you think this one's really arisen?
Well, you ought not strain yourself, not in your current state. Those burns could easily have killed you outright. I expect 'twill be some time before you fully recover.
A solitary shard is good for little. We need to seek out more of these if 'tis to be of use.
We must take care not to throw it away by mistake.
Master, if you're carrying around anything you don't need, there's no time like the present to rid yourself of it.
If you've anything edible, I'll gladly listen. Your bird.
Whatever it is, I'll have to hear it another time.
What might you need?
We're not to talk during missions, sir.
Do we truly?
Some time past, I encountered an elf in the forest across the river. He was tall, and rather handsome, I must say, but there was a coldness to the way he looked at me, almost pitying-like. I tell you, whether we speak the same tongue or not, they shan't make any friends with that sort of demeanor. There's said to be an elven village someplace deep in the mountains. I can't imagine they'd welcome visitors.
Really now? You mustn't shirk your duty, lest you forget 'tis the Arisen we serve here.
I'm well aware of that, thank you.
If you want my advice, heed no advice save your own.
how are things? Looks like we both got some time on our hands. Oh, I can't complain.
Aught you need of me? Aught you need of me?
Good day, sir.
He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him. Yet thought to before him. I couldn't live with myself.
This might be worth a read.
A thorough perusal might reveal aught of interest.
What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him. That place puts my airs on it.
A good merchant knows that trade is a battle of wits.
What brings you here?
We are none of us alike in vocation.
Here to ask aught of me, are you? If I could, I'd never leave.
What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him.
Good day to you.
What should I do? Oh, have you some business with the apothecary, sir? Dreadful sorry if I was in your way. Oh, no, I'm not lost or naught, sir. You needn't worry yourself on my account. I'm an apothecary in training, you see. My family runs a little shop in Vernworth. So when I heard tell of a medicine only to be found in this village, I thought I'd come and fetch some for us. Made the journey all by myself as well, if you can believe it. But, well, as luck would have it, I've not enough gold for the medicine. 'Twill be a shame to return empty-handed after coming all this way, but what more can I do? What? You'd do that? You'd get the medicine for me? Suppose there's no harm in that, if you're really sure. Oh, sir, I'd be most grateful. Seems my luck's not as rotten as I thought. I'll wait right here for your return, sir. And many thanks for your kindness.
We could make the fruit roborant ourselves, or simply purchase some at Rune's apothecary here in...
Hello again, sir. Say, have you brought some fruit roborant for me? Oh, so this is what it looks like. Brilliant. Many thanks, sir. I haven't much to offer in return, but I'll be sure to tell Grandfather what you did for us. He'll want to reward you proper like, I'll bet.
'Twas a pleasure to recount such good tidings.
He really ought to have returned.
Materials such as this can be combined to craft things.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service? Do come again.
A few things as... exciting as receiving new equipment.
Fancy a look at my wares? Do come again.
Done for the day.
Well met, sir.
Got to work.
How might I
put
be of
bread
service?
on the table.
An impressive view. We can infer much of the lay of the land from here.
Perhaps we might take a moment to savor the scene.
Right you are.
Oh, I'd not have thought we'd find one here.
At least all our efforts weren't for naught.
Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
Is this place bereft of beasts and brigands both?
If we seek monsters, we shall doubtless find them ere long.
There's ought to be found there. Can you not see it?
We ought to take a closer look.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
I'd say we collect as much as we can carry.
Leave the finding of equipment-enhancing materials to me, Master. I shall sniff them out and mark them on your map. Lucky us. That's worth taking.
This is no good. I won't let myself get distracted.
I fear I've naught useful to share. I've things to do, if you don't mind.
To do. He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhaps is that you, Norbert? Oh, fie. I got my hopes up for naught. Wait, listen. Would you be willing to search for my brother? The brave fool said he was going to look for herbs and went off into the forest. I've seen no sign of him since. I'd go and search for him myself, only it is a dangerous place. Understand? I'm not afraid of monsters, which would hardly help anything if I were to run in there unprepared and get myself hurt now, would it? So I thought, mayhap you'd go in my place. You look like you could manage those woods better than I. Please, sir. I worry for my brother. Many thanks. Right. As for where I think he's gone... Go into the forest, and turn when you reach the tree with the bird's nest, keeping the cliff to your right. Ah, this won't work, will it? I could see the route in my mind's eye. But my feet know it better than I do. I don't think I could plot it on a map, and it's hard to describe. But my brother and I are the only ones who use that path, to my knowledge. I suppose there's only one thing for it. I'll have to show you the way. Just be alert. The monsters of the forest have changed since the dragon's attack. I'll need you to watch over me, keep me safe. You will, won't you? Right. In we go, then. My life's in your hands, friend.
We ought not to dawdle when our aid is sorely needed.
Wish I didn't have to work to earn my bread.
Mayhap you should speak with Sir Leonard before we depart. Methinks you'll find him in the inn.
If I might be so bold as to speak my mind, the private quarters of one arisen I served had many a visitor, and rarely the same one.
I'll be sure to keep that in mind.
Common reward, frustratingly so.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure.
Naught ever goes right.
Do watch where you're going. You'll hurt yourself one of these days.
Oh, don't mind me. These things happen.
This is a good spot. Let's stop here a moment. I've camped here with my brother many a time. No doubt he caught his breath here before moving on, same as us.
Don't look down now.
Would be quite painful were we to fall.
We must remain vigilant.
My magics are at your disposal.
goes right.
Seems our foe must recognize our victory.
Can anyone hear me? Please! I need help!
Perhaps you'd like to take care of the remainder.
Hold on, stay right there.
I'd thought I was done for.
Ah, it was a near thing. How are you feeling?
I think I'll be all right. But if you hadn't come for me, Thanks, Ian.
Save your thanks, Norbert. I'm your brother. And I ought to have come sooner.
From where I'm standing, all that matters is that you made it in time. Anyway, I'm eager to be rid of this place. Let's return to the village, shall we? The sooner the better. I've got to deliver these medicinal herbs to the people who need them.
Ah, you'll hear no complaints from me. Let's be on.
Let us proceed with caution, keeping an eye on our charge at all times.
Tis a remarkable treasure we found.
Perhaps fortune has deigned to aid us at last.
I'll gather these now. It would be a shame to forget their location when we need them most. I thought you might like this, so I picked it up. Here you go.
Should you need to communicate in Elvish, pray call upon me. I would be only too glad to assist.
I dare say, I've accomplished a few feats to be proud of at
I
least.
hope I can count on you in a scrape. I shall be your shadow.
You're staring, Arisen. Has aught yonder caught your eye?
I don't know about you, Master, but I'm worn out. Mightn't we have a rest before pressing on?
You're 10 times stronger than I'll ever be.
already, I see.
We ought to get drunk.
Fear not, Master. Naught shall befall you while I am here. Take this. It is something I found. I wanted you to have it.
Skeletons, Master!
Shame I've no advantage. Are we all in the same boat?
When I rejoin my master beyond the rift.
Unbelievable.
Back at last. That was an ordeal.
Hi, I'm exhausted, but I can rest after I've delivered these herbs. I'll be back soon.
Good on you. Just take care, all right? You wonder why I don't follow him? So long as he stays away from that forest, he'll fine on his own. When my brother told me he was going to fetch those herbs, I refused to join him. Said it was too dangerous. What with the monsters acting strangely of late. And I was right. But mayhap none of this would have happened had I only gone with him. My brother is always the one taking the initiative, while I stand around with my hands in my pockets. But today's misadventure showed me that the path forward is the one with fewer regrets, even when you can't be sure where it leads. We managed to save Norbert, and perhaps that's all that matters. Still, I can't help but wonder if I couldn't have spared him some of the pain and fear he suffered. If I'd only steeled myself sooner. So from now on, I'm going to trust in my own instincts. Ne'er again will I let fear stop me from doing what I know to be right.
Sir Ian was rather hard on himself, methinks.
I'm in your debt, sir. And not just for saving my brother. You helped me learn a valuable lesson today. Ne'er again...
This way, if you please.
Here already, are we?
Well met. You're the one who saved Ulrika's life, aren't you? She told me all about it. It was a very brave thing you did. I'm in your debt. Ulrika's as good as my daughter. Here, consider this a small token of my gratitude. Now, tell me, are you registered with a guild? Perhaps you already know this, but registering with a guild will grant you access to specialized training, which comes in very useful when pursuing a vocation. Well now, that won't do. You need only speak with the innkeeper to register. Go on, 'twill only take a moment. If there is aught you wish to know of vocations, mayhap I can advise you. 'Tis a vocation for those who seek to master the sword and shield. Fighters favor a balanced approach, excelling in both offense and defense, and can adapt to any situation. I am a fighter myself, and should there come a time when you impress me with your prowess, I might be willing to impart unto you some of what I know. Naturally, it is a vocation for those who seek to master the bow, an exceptionally useful long-ranged weapon. At close range, however, a bow is nary more useful than a walking stick. Aye, the secret to being a successful archer is maintaining distance between you and your foes. 'Tis a vocation for those who seek to master the mystical arts. Magic. Mages can cast a wide array of offensive spells and aid their allies with magical support. However, the more powerful the spell, the longer one must spend incanting it. Thus, a mage is unlikely to last long on the field of battle without allies to protect them. 'Tis a vocation for those who seek to master the dagger. Such blades lack heft, though this grants them the advantage of speed. Thieves favor light armor, which leaves them more vulnerable to attacks than those of other vocations. Their talents depend upon their finesse and ability to compensate for the length of their blade through sheer agility. Should you dedicate yourself to a vocation, you will find that new paths to master will open up to you over time. Try them as you like. Very well. There is no wrong choice in any case. It is entirely up to you which vocation you adopt. But I shan't take up any more of your time. Pray, be well.
This I thought you might like this, so I picked it up.
Here at the inn, we also offer changes of vocation for those who seek it. I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something? Do come again.
Coin's no good if you work yourself to death.
What should I get up to today?
So this is where you've been. Come with me to the village entrance. The watchhead's waiting for you.
I say we speak with anyone and everyone who springs to mind. You never know what sort of useful tidbits we might turn up. Now Sir Gregor wants a word, eh? Hardly surprising. The Arisen's attentions are always in demand.
I've got to focus. My shift's only tools.
Have a sharp resist.
Could you come over here?
Wonder if there's any easy work to be had.
Pleasant surroundings make for pleasant thoughts.
It was an eventful journey, but we made it here all right.
Didn't you hear me? The watchhead's waiting. Follow me to the village entrance.
Ah, you've returned. Good timing, too. I have questions for you. First and foremost, will you accompany me to the capital? My thanks. Are you ready to depart, or do you need some time to prepare? Very well. Speak with me once you've finished your preparations.
Hale, if you've a moment to spare, I'd like a word. As you can see, we're rebuilding, a task that can always benefit from another pair of hands. What say you? Would you be willing to help? Excellent. You're a good sort. I'll not soon forget this. Here's what I need from you. A bask of saurians has made their nest outside the village. Though they're yet to cause any harm, their proximity makes the villagers uneasy. I'd like to enlist your aid in driving them away. I've prepared some explosive casks and left them by the village entrance. Use them to send the saurians scattering.
Saurians are monsters of fearsome strength. 'Tis true, but I've yet to meet a foe that explosive casks can't scatter.
I suppose 'tis so.
Well, that appears to have sent some of the beasts reeling, at least. To finish the job, I'd have you drop a jar of poison into their nest. With any luck, the Saurians will realize that they chose a perilous spot and steer clear of the village boundary in future. But pray, take care not to drop it in the river. The villagers use that water on a daily basis. You must make sure your aim is true. Are we clear? Good. You'll find the jars of poison just outside the village. Toss one into the Saurian's nest, and your task is done.
A single jar of poison ought to send those Saurians packing. Only, do be mindful not to spill any on yourself, Master. Expertly thrown, Master. I'd wager those Saurians will think twice about nesting here again.
Such moments make me...
You've done as I asked, I see. Many thanks for your efforts. And I must say, you've a fine arm. I couldn't have done better myself. Watching you got me thinking. Mayhap you've the sense to inherit the skills I possess. Or perhaps 'tis a little early for such talk. In any event, thanks to the work you've done for us today, the rebuilding efforts ought to proceed apace. And for that, I'm grateful.
All done, then? Huzzah! You've done it!
Done at last. Perhaps a brief... respite before we take on another?
That was over in a trice. Where to next? You run so fast! I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen!
No time to catch your breath. Try to keep up.
Apologies, Master. My mind was 1,000 leagues away.
That ladder looks promising, but we'll have to drop it down from above.
Flesh wound. I can handle that. Hold on, stay right there.
I shall return directly. I'll harvest what I can, should it please you.
Make haste, then. We must leave anon. Good. Then let us be on our way.
Ingredients are plentiful here. Look, Master! Goblins! My magics are at your disposal. We've earned ourselves a pat on the back.
No doubt, this triumph will spur us into the next. No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
You are mighty indeed, Arisen.
As you wish. I shall return directly.
Our party is well balanced. I can see no weaknesses that might be exploited.
We need only hone our skills, and in time we shall be indomitable.
'Tis no great shock to me.
The Arisen is the lawful ruler of Vermund. So it has always been. To claim the title is to claim the throne, yet not all claims are true. Our kingdom sees many pretenders, and they are not dealt with lightly. Let's hope you're not one of them.
I'll gather these now. It would be a shame to forget their location when we need them most.
I would so enjoy seeing this obstacle smashed to pieces.
I'm poised to strike. Just say the word. Shall I assist?
Lucky us. That's worth taking. You wish me at the Vanguard? By your will.
Take this. It is something I found. I wanted you to have it. Might there be aught over there?
Let us ponder how best to proceed. It's views such as this that make a journey worthwhile.
I'd gladly cast aside my weapon and laze about here, if the Arisen would permit it.
Tis no great shock to me.
You need me at the Vanguard? Say no more. I could do this all day! Do you mean to leave us here? You wish me to return? At once, Master. never find one.
The thrill of discovery never gets old. Huh. I'll have to remember to tell my own master about this.
Skeletons! Soldiers of home! I have but two words for that performance. Utter perfection.
Let's think what we could achieve if we honed our talents further.
I could look upon this sky for all eternity. If 'twasn't for the crick in my neck.
Monster's left us a parting gift. I'll see it safely into my pack, don't you worry.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support.
I'm only glad to have proven my worth.
'Twill be an honor to serve by your side. At once, Master. Very well. I shall return.
Ah, a material. Useful things, these.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Then I shall remain by your side.
Hold here a moment. I shall bid them open the gate.
Who's that you've brought with you, Watchhead, sir?
An arisen, by all appearances.
An arisen? Another pretender, you mean? I see the Sovereign's ascension has done little to stop such charlatans from plying their trade.
'Tis uncertain. This one commands the loyalty of the pawns.
What? Impossible. You know as well as I do that there can be but one arisen, and he's up in the palace.
I'm well aware of how preposterous the idea is, thank you. However, as I do not believe it my place to rule on such a matter, I will make my report to the capital. If the claim is false, we will be rewarded handsomely for our trouble. If the claim is true, however, who can say? All's been arranged. Come, let us pass through the gate.
I'd be glad to talk when I'm off duty, sir.
You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
An ox cart was meant to meet us, yet 'tis nowhere in sight. Aught may have befallen it. Best we press on.
I'll go and open the chest.
Naught save a shooting star. Could heighten the sky's majesty this night.
I suppose 'tis so. Shall we hunt a few monsters? To start the day off.
Off we go then.
Ready to forge on?
Might you be looking to enlist? Is everyone all right? More marks of the dragon's fury. Its rampage must have weakened the earth here.
Goblins approach!
I'll get that for you. treasure chest! I can hardly wait to open it.
Not all chests contain treasure, you know.
That was superb.
I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this. Onward! It might await us on the road ahead.
Very well. I shall return.
Are we leaving already? Bother. I was just getting warmed up.
Yes, Master. I shall hasten to your aid. I am honored to be called to your side, Arisen.
Twould seem our fight is not yet done.
You've a knack for drawing the enemy, Arisen.
Fear not. 'Tis no more or less than what one might have expected.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner. A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it? Oh! Pray, have patience with me, Master. I've shared all I know.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
I thought you might like this, so I picked it up. Here you go. At last! The moment I've been waiting for. Allow me to gather these up.
What's this? We're trapped.
Aye! A Cyclops! A Cyclops? Oh, pray, be on your guard.
Do not waste this chance. We must press home our advantage.
You have my gratitude, sir. 'Twould seem I misjudged you. I had taken you for another false arisen. Goodness knows we see a lot of them. Yet the value you showed in coming to our aid has dispelled such thoughts. Here, take this, as a mark of my trust. Give it to one of the sentinels stationed at the gates to the capital, and you'll be granted an audience with Captain Brandt. You're free to make your own way to the capital now. I see no need to keep you under constant watch, and I'm sure you'll breathe a little easier as well, aye? Of course, if you'd rather continue to accompany us, you are still welcome to join us on the ox cart. 'Tis your decision. Here's the cart now. Do you intend to join us? Very well. Board the ox cart and we'll be off.
That ladder looks promising, but we'll have to drop it down from above.
Riding in an ox cart would be a welcome reprieve.
One hopes these carts offer comfort commensurate to their cost.
Goblins! What rotten luck! We've need of your aid again, sir.
Understood. We've got goblins!
Seems we drove them off. You've my thanks for aiding us. Vernworth isn't far from here. Will you join us the rest of the way? All right. Into the ox cart, then.
At once, Master.
I was informed of your coming, would-be Arisen.
Captain Brandt, this individual summoned a pawn through a rift stone. Several witnesses can attest to it. Though I admit I had my doubts at first, 'twould seem this is no mere deceiver.
This one's not a bad sort. Saved our hides on the way here.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one Arisen. That Arisen now resides within the palace. Indeed, he is our sovereign and the rightful ruler of Vermont. It follows, therefore, that this ruffian before us is naught but a pretender. You must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attempt to flee. I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Then you have truly lost your memory? In that case, mayhap I ought to explain the situation before we proceed. You, and no other, are the sovereign, the only legitimate ruler of this kingdom. Some days past, you confronted the dragon in the village of Melv, whereupon you became Arisen. The people rejoiced, for our true liege had finally appeared, ending Vermont's long years of council rule. Yet, not all celebrated your coming. Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous consul, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the consul's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, Your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, Disa chose to abduct Your Majesty while you recovered from your wounds, in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Capitale as a slave. Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the sovereign in your stead, a mere puppet. However, With your majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs as Disa plays her games. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in the tavern that we might discuss them. This one's cleared of all suspicion, and has my permission to remain in the capital. You are to trouble the good sir no further. Are we clear? You have my fullest confidence.
Just about anyway.